Are we there now then?
We are
Okay,
live.
you are alive.
Okay, I'm gonna check it.
Okay, Lee's gonna
All
go
right.
check and see if he can hear us. Technical difficulties.
Ooh. Hey,
Yeah.
Okay, now it's working.
okay. Well,
Weird. All right, well,
So you
welcome.
can complain and get a free month.
Welcome once again. Huge technical issue with StreamYard. We had to end that live and start again. Bare bones, no links, nothing. So I guess Lee might be able to spam my link out to my community for me or whatever. So, welcome again, Catherine LaMarquise, one of my favorite artists in the whole world.
oh,
And
yeah.
especially because I get to talk to her. So happy to have you here. And we were just discussing art therapy and your coming back into, you took a break from art and your re-emergence back into that. And
Yeah.
yes, and the sensualness of that and the playfulness of that and the detaching of all of that.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
the detachment from the final project.
Yeah.
Because we are judging ourselves softly when it's came to ourselves in art or in creation. So I have to stop judging myself and begin play, like you said.
Yeah.
So the first summer, it's last summer. Is that true? Yeah, last summer. It's just my job, like I quit my job and I began to being a full-time artist again.
Yeah, that was when you entered therapy, when you quit your job.
Oh, no, yeah, kind of. Well, my therapist told me to quit my job. She told me that I was better on the emergency setup, on the emergency moods. She say, you don't need a job, just paint. And when you feel emergency, you're going to find money. And it was true. So it's a bit, yeah. But yeah, so I was not sure if I was able to paint again. So I did that on paper first. And I wanted to reintroduce my mood. I wanted that to be, it's Lee, Olivier, the first to catch it when you were at home back in days, like 15 years ago. And I was painting. And he say, it's not the canvas. The show is when you paint on. And it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. So the process that I'm part in, and at that time last year, I wanted that every movement was graceful and nice, and like that was the show, you know. So again, I was too much on the final project. When I let go of that, like it's more efficient, like the because it's more real. I'm not like pretending to try to paint in a certain way. I'm just painting. So it's anyway, yeah.
It's like a dance, you know,
It's like
dance
a
like
dance.
no one's watching, and you have to paint like no one's
And it's
watching.
exactly as when I'm dancing, when I'm thinking about people looking at me, it's never uh, as good as when I have eyes closed and just thinking about my own body and what I have to do to make it start. So I think that's the key. Just like to being selfish in the creation. Just think about what's make you. I don't know if you find need to find joy. What make you happy? What make you? Did I told you about that girl came the other day and she just play on the glass like I told her to paint on that collective canvas on the wall because people were going in and out of the studio. So I told her you can paint on that canvas on the wall, and I use as a palette, the famous artist palette. I say I use that glasses over there on the counter, and we talk and we talk, and she talked about her job and everything. And suddenly I realized that she was not painting on the canvas. She was just like putting painting very slowly on that big glass, you know? And it was perfect because that was going nowhere. And she knew it. She knew that like um except like they will have some trace of it on the glass, but like or it was not a canvas, it was something else. She was just like having fun with the color and
Yeah.
play with it, and she was talking about her job. So
It was like therapeutic at the same,
it
like she
was
could.
like just go, and I found that very interesting because it was easy.
Mm,
It was easy to do things and see colors. And sometimes to me, it's just that. It's the colors
yeah,
make
totally.
me do something to me. So just blend colors. Very nice.
Yeah, that reminds me of like an upscaled version of the Etch a Sketches that we had for
Mm,
kids. The one I had for my son, it was like, you had the little stylus and then you could draw and then you just zip zip and you erase it and you have a fresh page again. But with color and a brush. So
yeah.
cool. It's a really good idea to just not actually imprint it on anything. It's like you just take it over to the sink and wash it off and start again.
Yeah, or press something. I was like, yeah,
Mm.
we can just, but it was the idea of like it's going, not it's going nowhere, but just like I'm just pretending to I don't know. Because since we have a pen and we're doing something on paper, like I think it's always a training to do whatever you want. It seems so hard when we are an adult. Don't make something who have like a sense,
Permanence.
a, yeah, purpose or something like, yeah. It's to me, it's like when, yeah, it's it's like when you um are in your bath and you just make waves.
Yeah.
Like it's not to have more energy from the water or for like it's just to have the feeling of the.
Yeah.
So to me, it's the same with the. But it's a gift when I can grab to it, because it's very rare in my life that I have a moment of that freedomness, like that I give myself the permission to do something with no outcome.
Become wild. Become undomesticated.
That's what. Oh yeah, we cut that part.
Yeah.
Let's reintroduce the undomesticated.
Are you wild or are you domesticated?
So
You
that's
can.
exactly that. It's like most of us were being domesticated. So how can we make it wild again? That do something without any purpose, just to see the beautiful. Oh, the other thing we just talked about that the clothes. So
Yes.
we just like let's see what can we make to have like fun with colors. No money, no materials, and no like you can make a canvas on your bed with
Mm-hmm.
your the color you have
Yeah,
like
yeah,
from
yeah.
your scarf and everything.
Yeah.
I, I love to say as an example when I say that color make me feel some things that I and it's happened to twice in my life. Like um for the first example I'm gonna tell you, but otherwise like sometimes you see something in the sky or you see a part of the I don't know some oh that blend of color is very interesting. So sometimes it's happened to me like for weird like clothes reason because I'm seeing my panties and my my pants and my socks all together. Oh, this is very interesting blend of colors. So it's happening every yeah, or with our dishes or with
Totally.
the dishes is very um like I show you just early, like I have a weird thing with porcelain with their style. Can we say that porcelain? No,
Sure. Is it a
porcelain.
ceramic? I have no idea like which one that is, but yeah.
So yes, when
Ceramic.
I see that, it's like the first step. I think to me, it's to have access to to give me access to see a lot of colors, and then to give me access to do a little blend. First step.
Yeah. Yeah, and it can be simple, like the therapeutic aspect of this. Like it doesn't there's no boundaries here. There's no expectation to any outcome when you enter it's just putting the intention there and having the intention. Or even sometimes without like with just having a few things around, you can kind of like you fall into it and then you realize, oh wow, I just had a experience there, like without even setting an intention or an
Yeah,
expectation to have a therapeutic,
that's
outcome.
interesting because maybe it's more that that's happening. So it's more a gratefulness movement, like, oh, I'm happy because just now I lived something with colors that was not planned, or that because like I was
Yeah.
doing the laundry and like to
Yeah.
be open, like it's two things to me, what you just say, to be open to um feel that and see it, to be aware and to be happy and grateful when it's happening. Like, yeah, it's like the,
It's
I'm
like
gonna make it.
you acknowledge your own awareness of
Mhm,
the experience you just had.
of the
And then
happiness of the color, to make it happening more often and to make the links in your brain that that thing is very like, to me, I don't know for other people, but to me, like this is a part of a great journey if I get to be in, because it's a thing who get to put me in the moment. It's a, to me it's a key to put myself in the present moment, because I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. This
yeah.
is beautiful when it's happening often in my day, because I see a beautiful tree, because I see a beautiful um, uh, tablecloth, or because I just that, just you know,
Yeah.
because
And even when you're getting dressed,
yeah,
like this top, for example, the one green thing I have to balance the colors in my live streams. I need more green things. But this was a gift from a friend of mine. It's like a nice cotton made in India little top
it's beautiful.
that I love, and I it's like got this art well, sort of all of my stuff I try to I'm drawn to it because someone made it, or even if it's not made by someone, the person that I bought it from, there's like this artistic flair there to it that brings that energy forward. Or the knit sweater, the hand knit sweater that you have in your closet that someone made themselves. It just has a totally different feeling. And then you're like the gallery, you're like wearing
Yes,
the sweater and you're
and
the
you
gallery
totally are
showing.
because your rest, your rest, it's very inspiring me right now. Your the other one because you have your yeah you have the
Ah, yeah,
bracelet.
yeah.
Yeah, so I can see like it's gold or silver, gold.
Yeah.
And like with the color of your skin, the beautiful deep blue, the little ribbon like teal,
Yeah.
and then the green. It's like just that. I'm happy to have seen it because it, what you say I can see in the teal that it's handmade or
Yeah.
like and so that gives me a. And I didn't know about your story that it was a friend who made it, but that gave me a. So it, you can transmit it.
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting.
I love that about, like, that's really how I kind of, because I don't have, well, this is my studio. This is my art right now, this
Yeah.
conversation that we're having. So just embody it however which way you can. So I don't have canvas and paint, but that's the whole point of this, is that you don't need to
No, exactly. You
have
don't need to.
anything.
No,
Yeah.
no.
And it's so cool that you've opened your home, like the little studio aspect, that you've opened your home once a week for people to come and not just see your art, but actually participate, like actually create something. And it seems so cool to me. Like I would love something like that in the neighborhood that I'm in now, to just be able to go to a space, and I don't have, all of the things. I'm not traveling with anything really. Like
Yes.
so
Yes.
to
Oh,
be able
you're
to
right. That's a
go
good
and
insight. That's a
yeah.
good insight. Like,
And then
yeah.
you're surrounded by someone who's being creative too, and like has their creativity actually around them. Like you're in kind of this gallery sort of home setting. So valuable in a community, and just I'm so grateful that you have, chosen that path, because I think it's brilliant.
It's nice and it was interesting too because when you open your art or when you're like give yourself to something and you go a bit out of your comfort zone, often nice thing happen, And
Yeah.
so I was very unsure and shy to open my own studio to in the wild, I found it dirty to put my own address on the web because I was like, oh, fuck, who's going to. And the first one who came, that woman who paint on the glass, and she's a therapist. She told me that after.
Wow.
And so it was like a gift because she made it like I explained to her, I'm not sure about that. She helped me to grow into confidence. And
Mm.
it was very interesting that part to like to it's like I wanted to help people with creativity, but I needed help with something, and so like the flow happened. It was nice.
Yeah. Wow, that's
And
really
I
cool.
yes,
That
and
was
I
your first, that was the first person that came, was a
yes,
therapist. It's like, how perfect is that?
yes, very much.
I always say that, you're reaching your audience by sharing, and the people that aren't interested, like you don't have to
Yeah,
worry
they
about
won't
them.
come. It's so true. So yes, and I did have to um, jump and do it
Yeah.
to see what's happened and have better not idea better yeah better idea of how it's going to look and how it's have to look because I had when you are in your own thoughts and with your own expectation and everything, sometimes you gonna stick on details that not very important.
Right.
So I was stick on what kind of table do I need, and how do I have to put the space? And, so those were details because we don't really mind and it's going to adjust.
Sort itself out.
But now I
Yeah.
can see more because the space is weird. I have a big, anyway, so I needed to make it happen to see it more.
Right. You need to begin before you're ready,
Yeah,
in a way. And then in just starting and having the people come, then it's like the people make it happen by being able to be able to see what they need and how the flow is, and it gives you a better perspective of what
yeah,
you're trying to create, actually. It's like,
absolutely.
round up some people on the street. Can you just come and walk through here?
That could be interesting. People know me outside. Or maybe it's gonna be anyway. But sometimes I think we already talk about them. But the people in the shadow, the people at the cashier at the grocery, or those people I really love because I see them every day because
Yeah.
I'm like my grandma and I'm going to the grocery every day because I'm going to the market or anyway I'm going to take food every day and or have a exchange with people, and those same people like cross their path in the neighborhood, and I make smile and I like them, and but they are not into art, you know, they don't know about that. But those are the one very special people. I want them to come and like play with
Yeah.
me. I would love that. I would really,
Maybe you need to pass them a little, like, paper invitation,
yeah, a
because
special
they probably
invitation.
don't know. They probably don't have no idea of your
No, they
Facebook and
don't.
all of this stuff. So it'd be cool, to
Yeah,
tap into
maybe
that other market with a personal invite.
we got a problem here in Canada now.
Only just now? No, go
Well,
ahead. What
it's
is
a
that?
very big problem. We have a strike
Oh,
from Canada Post.
oh,
Still 2 weeks, no post.
wow.
Yeah, it's wild because we all think that we don't need that thing. But just before Christmas, when you have a little enterprise and a website with an online boutique and you want people to make online buying, just we are all struggling here, like little artists like me, because like nobody can click buy.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like $100 to send a letter with plural later or something like that.
right. It's
So it's
crazy.
just, and because we all thought that, I don't know, just Trudeau would help us with that in a few days. Nobody organized themselves. Nobody had another, okay? So we are like, just like, oh fuck, I was not subscribed for art market or think like that. So all we are, so maybe I can all invite the people for the grocery and all that and make it my own ear
Yeah.
because yeah, it's
I think that could be really popular, and, like, just pass a bunch of those little cards that you make out
yes,
to the people you're interacting with, and,
yes,
like,
and
tell
like you
tell them to
say,
pass it on, even.
yeah, and I could make it like you say, wild and mysterious. I'm more and more thinking about that. At first it was letting people come in my home, but now I have to think more like it's more people experiment to come into like a intimate studio. So, like you said before, it's
Mm.
like more. So when I take it from that eyes, I want to put more lights and more weird thing and more decoration to make it very as an experience when you
Yeah,
go in.
totally. that's what I want to create with the online interactions too, like to eventually have like some light music playing in the background and but done well. But yeah, I love that. I love that idea. And I really see like a idea like what you have of of the physical part, the intimacy, that part really being the biggest part of what you do
Mm,
than the online. The online is like almost for the people that wish they could come and see you in the
yes.
flesh.
Oh, yes.
But I feel like, you know, the whole idea of if there's an Airbnb nearby you where someone could actually come and stay and then they could come and do the art like a week long art retreat like just in your home and have their own space to stay down the street kind of thing. Like if you're in the right part of town in some of these cities, that's pretty doable. And you can do other things and, just have a completely different experience on your travel.
Yeah.
Totally unique. You don't have to go and make some huge artist retreat to go and have an experience like that. You can do it on a super low budget, just, with something like that, with a Airbnb and or whatever. There's so many different ways.
Yes, and I think that it's just like the last time I had a trip as an artist. Like I already showed you my little purse with watercolor. We talk about that, but I would be so happy to get into someone else's studio, to lend it to someone else's studio for 3 days and paint there like very wildly and send myself
Yeah.
my yeah. Yeah, so I can open that for other artists too. That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah,
As
I really see that being like a huge draw. And then like I mean, I don't know what your neighborhood is like and the people that are there, but
oh,
that's another.
it's not yet our artist neighborhood. Well, it's not so true, but it's a
But
work
it
in
could be
progress.
like an avenue, like I
Soon
don't
this
know.
is what
You're gonna have
beginning to
you're gonna
happen.
have a cafe there soon too, so that people can just come. Like it's not in their home, it's not at the regular cafe that they go to all the time, and just like have a totally different experience and like have tea with someone who is an artist and has like what you're saying, like set your place up it's an experience.
Yeah, and they can take
Totally.
the. I would. That's the vision I had since last year. It's like I want people to. It's a how do you call that? Like a go through. It's a go through studio. It's just
Yeah.
like a pass through. You pass. I give you the right brushes. The color are already there on the glass palette, and you just have to all the fluidity is there. It's just like easy.
Yeah. You know what's coming
Just
into my head
express.
is that experience that you get when you go to the haunted house, and you enter and then you have all these different experiences and then you
It's
come out the
exactly
other
that.
side.
It could be very funny if we could have that little rail with station. You take the little train, and
Yeah.
then you do pastel, and after you can have the acrylic, and then you have paillettes with gold leaves to put some shiny in your eyes, and then you get into
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Anyway, so could be anything,
Could
but
be
this
so
is.
fun. And yes, we are taking questions.
Oh
So
yeah.
go ahead if you have any. We're just rambling on here, having a good time.
Yes, yes, I forgot about we were live. I'm sorry.
See, that's perfect. It's perfect when you forget that you're live.
Yeah, that's what the.
No, I so love that idea. I really love that you've opened your space up to people. And it's so cool that we're actually discussing art therapy. And the first person that went through your open studio was a
Was a
therapist.
therapist.
So funny. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
What is this? I'm not sure. Maybe you'll understand this. I don't know exactly
what,
what that means.
no, me neither.
Do you want to see it again? Can you see the live chat?
Don't worry
Yes.
about it.
Okay, well then I won't bring it back up again. Yeah, who knows who's watching. Anyway, I really love that idea, and I'm so glad that you went with this, and I can't wait to see how it expands because I feel like that's what's going to happen with it. And these people that don't in your neighborhood that maybe aren't artists at all, I don't know. Who knows? And when
Well,
you
to
give
me, it's
someone an
touching.
opportunity to have that experience, you never know. You never know.
I had that other little, like I went to a special space that I like in another province, and it was by the sea. It was so beautiful, and I was with a friend, and we were looking funky as artists do, and we see the people from this the how do you call that the locals. So we talked with the locals, and they were so kind. And but I had that impression that they were looking at us that a bit like not as weirdo, but just a little bit, but with interest, curiosity about art. And some of the guy told me, if you want, you can come to my farm and take picture of my cow, so you're gonna be able to draw my cow and for your art. And I was like, like totally on the spec because I'm not a cow drawer, very not. But I did that. I did the cow. I think I had like in watercolor, and I'm not a figurative person, so I just
Oh my
made
God,
the
that
little
looks so
cow.
cute.
And so now Post Canada Post is off, so it's sad. I cannot send it to him, but it's the thing. It's very precious to me because I'm sure that guy, when he's going to receive his cow, like that's going to make a precious link between him and his vision of art. And that's my mother-in-law, the wife of my father. She was an artist, and that she told me about that. Like in the old time, the artists were going from village to village to paint people before photographic, to
Right,
paint the people who have the money for it. But like if you wanted to have a portrait from your daughter, like
right.
they have. And it's interesting to be the painter of a village. And that's the link between like the people in the grocery and the like that's the thing. How can I grab them? Maybe to make a cartoon of them because I know them from the grocery, or but and it's how about
Right.
it's an exchange and a gift, like so to integrate them because I want to catch
Yeah,
them into the magic. Because
right.
what I saw is when I had that kind of job, because I worked all my life in the minimum salary in a rough job, but the space, how the difference between me and the other person in that situation was art. I have that inside me, and that made me grow. And I'm not in that job anymore. And that's the ticket I can give to it. Them. This is my part, like to make them have more joy, like access to more joy. To me, it's like art. So anyway, it was a big story with the cow and with so many things, but It's about I want to make connection with people around me in the neighborhood with art. Yeah.
Totally. That reminds me of this business card that I kept still to this day that this woman gave me, and it was such a pretty image. Like it was a hand painted image that she had on it. It was so pretty that I still have it. I'm never gonna use it, like, but it was so nice that I just couldn't throw it out. And it's like this little, every time I open my wallet and I take out my bank card, it's in behind there and I get to see a
Yeah.
little peek of it, right? So I totally get you with that. It's so cool to be able to give someone something like that, with the intention of it not, it's okay if it gets thrown away. It didn't take you that much time to create, like
No.
it's no attachment, but it's so cool that it probably will end up on their fridge for a while.
Yes. And make
And
it
it's like a
call.
poster, when people come over to their home and they're like, oh, you
And
just
it's
never
opening
know.
something. Like it's opening the it's like opening the openness about art. It's like art is such a both middle, it's such a like they don't want me to go in. They don't take me in any gallery and any so it's so close. It's so uh, yeah. So I, a lot of people take art as it's um
Like exclusive. I don't
yeah,
know.
something like that, but to me it's open to like it's creativity, everyone have it inside and everyone can express it, so it's just like little key to make people open their mind to say that, because people always say, oh, I don't know draw,
Yeah.
I don't know how to draw. Yeah, yeah, it's not true.
Yeah. I like that way that you take your pencil and you just kind of scribble on the paper, and then you have a pencil crayon and then you start to color in all of the holes. Easy.
Or just, with the, yeah.
But I don't even have pencil crayons right now, but I'm just that's really why I kind of infuse it into everything I'm doing. When I'm cooking, it's like really intentional, when I'm preparing
Mm,
something and how it's done. And it's like a very artistic experience for me.
well,
So,
to me, you
and then
always
like,
think like the artist, cook artist. It's like, of course, it's not just art. It's like the geisha. It's all the process. How you make food. I remember we don't have just the like so much remember. Like we have the impression of being taken charge, taken care of. In our whole body, in our whole like soul and mind, like someone going to take charge of our, it's like Thai massage, but for food when you do it. The Thai massage, like
wow.
someone take your body, make your yoga for you.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like someone take your body and make it healthy for you and make this is what you
Oh,
done for me. Like you are like yeah.
wow. Thank you. Yeah, that's really the intention I put into it is that. Yeah. And when I'm massaging too, when I do that for someone, it's really like, I call it intuitive massage.
Mm.
And yeah, so it's not like there's no, some people they start it's very everything is done like in symmetry, the same for each leg, and it's very even, but that's not what you're going to get from me.
Yeah, I understand that.
And I like that, create like just allowing that flow of that connection to happen. And that's really what it's all about. Yeah, just the flow.
Oh yes, I feel that. I love messaging people. It's like the extension. I don't know. I feel like I know more people when I touch them.
Yeah. And the
Yeah.
Great Lockdown was a really interesting time. This whole, it's like people, well, that I think that's why we crave so much this contact now. So even still, like the meeting in person and the coming into people's homes again, and instead of just only on special events or whatever like that. So yeah, I really think that the what you're doing is what I'd really like to help more people do. Like I said this before, like the grandmothers, like get the age spectrum in there. I think
Yeah,
of
but this is
the
totally what you
donut
did.
lady. I keep saying the donut lady that I grew up. Well, actually, it was at my grandma's town where she lived. This donut lady that made awesome donuts, and we would go and visit her, and her donuts were great. But it was just really cool to be in her space and to sit in her kitchen and to see the stuff that she had there that she made her donuts with, and just the interaction was the other magical part of it for us as kids. So it'd be cool to see more of that kind of stuff
I think
in
it's
the
happening.
world.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
happening. I think people are more, and we are all uh, not, I don't know the right word, but we are all kind of dying for a connection. We want more a human connection. And, I'm very on social media. I'm creating my content a lot, but I'm tired. Like since a week and a half, I'm very tired, and I'm thinking I'm going to like count down like until Christmas because it's taking so much of my vibe and my energy, and I want to just like concentrate on what we just said. Like if I can choose to make a video to put it on Facebook. That's nice, but I can also choose to make special card of invitation for the people around and
Yeah.
attract them here. Like so,
Yeah. Make sure you take a picture of one of those. I want to see what that looks
yeah.
like.
It's
Yeah.
also the mood because like since 3 days we have great snow here,
Oh,
so it's
wow.
like cozy
Okay,
and
you're not going to believe this, but where we are here in Montenegro, the mountain just right here beside us, we're on the ocean, we're on the sea, but just up behind us here, the view from our patio is 5,200 feet.
oh,
Is that feet or meters? I can't remember now.
okay, but
Anyway,
it's
there's fresh snow there this morning at the
huh?
top of the mountain. I was like, woo, okay. Haven't seen that in a while. Well,
Oh,
I was in Canada last Christmas, but it's interesting to see the snow. I'm like, well, maybe we will have a white Christmas. And that's close enough. If I can see it, then I'm calling it a white Christmas.
yes,
It doesn't need to be down here.
yeah, you're totally right.
But it's really interesting climate. This place is really something.
Wow. It's
The
very
or like
mysterious to me.
oranges are totally in season, and all the trees are just like laden down with oranges. And our landlady came today with fresh sheets for us and a huge, massive bag of oranges off of the orange tree on the property here. So
Wow.
I saw that painting, yeah, and the pomegranate are like they're bursting open, like the fruit becomes a flower,
Mm.
and that's what's happening now. So I saw that pomegranate picture and the orange picture you have with the cloves poked in. I'm like
Yeah.
totally feeling that here,
Oh,
like in the flesh, you know? It's so cool.
nice.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good luck with all of your Christmas adventuring. I
Yeah.
can't wait to have our next conversation. We're doing this bi-weekly, but I wonder about the flow over the week over Christmas. So we'll see how that all
We'll see.
pans
Yeah.
out, and we'll meet
I don't know
again.
either. I have special project going on also, so I'm like, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay.
So I'll just pull up your website again, even though there's no mail, but soon there will be. And you
Man,
can also contact you to get your address if you want to go and see her place in the flesh, and maybe just tell people where you're living, actually.
yeah, I'm living in Montreal.
Not exactly, but
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, but in Montreal and I'm living in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and close to the Verdun neighborhood. We actually have a beach, right? We have a real beach in the city. It's so nice, a beach just behind the metro station. So, Verdun, Montreal, Canada. And I'm on a street brillant and on it's mean shiny.
Oh,
Yes, I'm on the shiny street. Yes.
and it's pretty easy to get to you with the metro then. You're close
Yeah,
to the
I'm just
metro?
1 minute of walking from the
Oh, wow.
metro. It's very nicely. Yeah, it's
Good location.
yeah, good location.
Cool. And if anybody wants to come and have an exchange on a live with me, then you can contact me through my website and several other links there if you want to check it out. So thank you, Catherine, so much. And I can't wait for our next live encounter.
I
Ciao.
can wait either. See you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.